Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. Can you believe it's Halloween already? Try to get this film going here. As you all might know, some of you, that I just got a doggy, so things get a little bit funny in the car here. But last night, unbeknownst to me, I saw that we had more homeless villages that are sprouting up, shall we say. I do not believe organically. In fact, I saw the organizers there this morning and did a lot of filming, but it didn't come out. The doggy likes to dig through the purse, and he had changed the settings, but that's all right. We will come back and see. It was just rather shocking. I think some of you may know that my grandparents had a ranch outside of town in Olympia, so I've known this area quite well for quite a long time and have seen it devolve since the hard left moved in. And on the internet not too long ago, I did find a manifesto of a greener from the 70s who is now sort of running the show in this town, as it were. So here we maybe can get at it through the back end. Believe it or not, there are actually two new ones that I did discover. I don't know if this is what this is all about here. And as you can see, I don't know if people really live in here or not, or if this is something for evergreen credit. I find it personally abusive to my child that my child has to see this sort of nonsense. Nobody made me have to look at garbage like this when I was a kid. It's like, why are we paying the city code enforcement if they're not going to enforce code? They seem to be doing this as some sort of intimidation of some sort. It's really creepy. They tried to chase me off there. There were these very well-dressed organizers of that place. You know, people who do have political power in town, who have friends in the right places, and that sort of thing. So we will also go and... Oh wait, no, that was a third one. This is the one where I saw the organizers who were trying to chase me off. So we actually have three that I didn't know about here, unless that one is like an adjunct. And so they are literally taking over downtown. This is not counting over by the railroad tracks, what we've got over by the railroad tracks. Once again, the Evergreen State College only had 300 people enroll. So the Evergreen State College does have, see, I can't even drive down that alleyway to show you anything. But yes, here's these silly code people that are like sweeping the streets and just acting like everything's normal. They must be Evergreen graduates, the ones there that are just, oh yes, we'll just sweep up the cigarette butts and pretend like it's a normal little village. This is hard for me. My grandfather ran a ship in World War II. My grandmother flew planes. We were logical people from a logical family, and this is just very weird to take. They were ranchers. They had ranches. So just to see people who kind of want to sit around in these cold tents so they can exploit the taxpayer. Right now they're saying they want $1 or $3 million or some huge amount of money so that they can build a homeless facility. But we have a homeless facility. And by the way, I have a fabulous YouTuber here who let me know that George got a raise. That bad boy. Actually, I made the wrong turn to the other homeless because I just saw another homeless camp I didn't know about. So we've got some sprouts sprouting here. We've got some sprouts sprouting, or oh, I'm sorry, I'm coming back around to this one. There's another one further up. Sorry, people. There's another one further up. And it's raining, it's cold. I would suggest going to Evergreen, people. I would suggest taking a bed there, you know, at the college, because this is not going to get any warmer. We're heading for a rainy season here, a cold and wet, rainy season. Okay, yes, here. And once again, I am not happy about, you know, who are we paying to, there it is. There it is. Sorry, people. To keep the streets decent, you know, and it was weird getting chased off by those people who had clipboards. They had clipboards and REI coats, you know, and they're like chasing me down. The organizers. The organizers. Okay, we got some busy people here. Gonna go kite flying today on Halloween? You gonna do that, huh? Alright. Okay, so you guys think I'm making this up, huh? My taxpayer dollars. And once again, when I was a little kid, I used to come downtown and go to JCPenney's and, you know, buy stuff, go up to Mount Rainier, you know. Once again, this is the product of Democrats. And talk about a blue wave. Hi, good morning. I'm checking out the blue wave. We've got a blue wave, all right. So if you don't vote red, you're going to get a blue wave. This is the Democrat blue wave. Alrighty, people. Alrighty, good morning. Olympia, huh? We're not even done yet. You think we're done, people? You think we're done? We got, there's more, kind of all over here, there, and everywhere. We will go, and then here you've just got your state workers just acting like it's normal, just getting their salary. Yep. Here's this worker, you know? It's just like, wow. Like it's normal. And that's what's upsetting to me, that my child has to be raised around people who are such imbeciles as to say this is normal. For people to be, oh yeah, it's perfectly normal, just go live in a tent in the middle of the cold rain. Like that makes sense, you know? And then yeah, it just makes sense to them. So, yeah, this is why people with like super low IQ should not be running the show, you know? And that's kind of what socialism is. They'll give everyone a chance, but the one that will actually do the work. Everybody else gets a chance, you know? This is economics evergreen style. This is economics, the Evergreen State College style. This is what the Evergreen State College does for everybody. This is what Democrats do for everybody. They teach people not to do for themselves. They bring people down to the very lowest, worst, horribleness imaginable. Sorry if I can't talk. This is just, it's really hard when I think about how beautiful this place was. It was even voted like prettiest city in the 80s or early 90s. And there's so much hate within this far left, what they call the progressives, which means regressive. Everything they say really means the opposite of what they say. You know, there's no community, there's no, is that community? is that community. Oh my Lord. You know, and they're just fine with it. They must be getting money somehow. You know, the left are kind of greedy. They like to take other people's money and do what they will with it. We are now headed to our other homeless spot. And they were really upset with me over there today too. I'm sorry, I thought I had filmed. It's weird I'm filming again, but it looks like they had left at this one. The yellow coat and the teal, there were 3 of them, and they just kind of came at me and said, you can't film, you can't film. So I wish you would have seen that, but it's so funny how they're so bossy. Like, yes, we can put up random tents and garbage wherever we want to in your beautiful, once beautiful city, but you're not allowed to document it. You know, there's something just so... It's interesting where they get their self-esteem or something, you know? And I'm just not going to have it anymore. I know these people better than they know themselves, even at this point, because I've been around them so long and just watched them, unfortunately. It's not the most fun thing to be an expert at, but it's important at this point because they would love to just make the entire city like this. They basically have. And so we are almost here. We are almost to the other one. We just take a right at the Vampire Bar. I'm sure they're all excited about Halloween there tonight. Lord almighty me, keep everything inside that you love. And this was interesting. I don't think I told you, but now they want privacy. They're upset about being filmed, and so they put a big barrier on one side. The left is never good at finishing things. It's not on the back side, but on the front side they have a facade. And there was a man sweeping in front of it and acting domestic and looking at me like, how can you possibly be filming this? You know, I'm so amazing and I'm so sane and I'm here doing what I'm exactly supposed to be doing. And it looks like they are gone as well. But here you can see their new little privacy barrier so that they cannot be seen. However, I think I might just get out and give you guys a good little look. They're kind of behind the scenes. Look, there's somebody there. Hi there. And they're just kind of squatting there. You see that? They're squatting. It's like they've taken over. There's your couple of your little hardcore leftists. And if they wanted to, they could be up at Evergreen right now in a nice warm little classroom or a nice warm little dorm room, but they want to be in a heap pile of garbage and they want to ruin my town. There's the Obamacare building. That building was built for multi-million-dollars. Strictly for Obamacare. And there, it can look down. It can look down on all of them. Look at that. Would you let your child live like that? Would you want your child to see that? It's like, who are these people of the garbage? And they all look, they're all like rich and stuff. They're all just doing this to play around. And if you think I'm making that up, take a look at this. In fact, I'm going to get out, you guys, because some of it you just have to see to believe. Just bear with me, okay? All right, now when I say you have to see it to believe it, okay, now who has time to make ducks in a duck pond with a little pool? All right, who has time if you're actually like trying to get a job and work? Now they put in like, they even brought in like a telephone pole. Like, how did they find that? They've carved in a trail over there. And they've got like full out stuff. I mean, we've got busy bees. They are doing everything they can to turn my city into a dump. Washington State, if you Google it, has the most unfair tax of any state. We're wildly taxed. We're like up there with New York as far as taxes go. We have code enforcement. We have so many departments of things. We're worse than a Dickens novel. And yet they can't even keep this nice because they don't want to keep it nice, because the code enforcement people all graduated from the Evergreen State College. And this is what you get when you get a code enforcement in a town that is cultural Marxist, that is hateful, that has nothing but hate. It's when I knew these people, they were never happy. It was weird. You could have the most beautiful day on earth and they would just be scowling and mad. Their parents would be sending them their trust funds and they would be scowling and mad. And when I went to New York, I was so grateful when I moved to New York and got a job there and was around people who worked hard and who wanted to work, because it was just creepy being around this. It's too mentally ill on too grand of a scale. So we've got this all over Olympia, you know, and they built like a new apartment building there. Like, who wants to live there, right? Like, who wants to live looking at this nonsense, at these... But, you know, once again, there's really no difference between these people and the people in City Hall, because the people in City Hall are the ones who are promoting this. The little Anna, well, I don't want to say any names right now. You know, the people who went to Evergreen in the 70s with their hatred of everything, their hatred of themselves, their hatred of anything happy, their hatred of anything successful, just their hate. It's like they're steeped in it because they're like satanic beings who are trying to take over my town. Like, why is that guy there? Why are these people taking over my town? What are they doing here? What are they doing here? Will you please answer me this? Because the city certainly won't. The city certainly won't at all. You know, and they're just going to hunker down and just be here. Hey, City of Olympia, shame on you all. Shame on you. Just great shame on all of you.